Hi everyone, this is Dr. Chhoda with Ignition Time, and in this video I'm going to go over some additional comments from important Republicans about what's going on with the state of stimulus negotiations. In fact, Republicans are ramping up their comments against House Speaker Nancy Pelosi today. In the previous video you saw comments from the president. Now I'm going to highlight some comments that were made today on the Fox Business channel by Stephen Scalise. Now Stephen Scalise is a United States House of Representatives minority whip, and he's a representative for Louisiana's first congressional district since 2008. Now, Scalise made some interesting comments. He specifically said that Speaker Pelosi was holding families hostage, trying to make a money grab. And I quote, holding families hostage, trying to make a money grab. And I do want us to take a look at what Representative Scalise said, because I do believe that it's important to hear both sides of the story at all times. And by the way, let me be clear, for me, it's not about the red or the blue, it's about the red, white, and blue. And for me, it's not about being Democrat or Republican, it's about being American. Whenever I feature a Republican, I get some comments saying, you're a Republican. And whenever I feature a Democrat, I get comments saying, you're a Democrat. And for me, honestly, it depends on who's speaking and what they're saying. That's the only thing that matters to me and my team when we bring out these Ignition Time reports. Obviously, the Republicans and President Trump is sort of ramping up his comments, and other Republicans, including others like Stephen Mnuchin that I've talked about in the past, have been ramping up their comments. They've been all over the news. And as far as the Democrats are concerned, whenever Speaker Pelosi makes an announcement about this, I will present you with that as well. In fact, I did highlight and I did dissect her comments in her press conference that was done a couple of days ago about the differences between the Republicans and the Democrats in this stimulus negotiation. So let's take a look at what Scalise said. He said that it's interesting how the speaker has been trying to literally hold hostages both families and businesses. And he said that basically when it comes to this continuing desire to getting money for the post office running, he said that the revenue for the post office has actually been up during the pandemic. So again, I think it's important to hear both sides of the equation. So what Scalise said is she's been trying to make a money grab for a long time, well before this pandemic came about. And he said she's just trying to take advantage of a crisis. That's a big statement. He said that the post office is delivering the mail, and he also said if every American voted by mail, it would represent maybe a 2% increase over what they did in just June of this year. So he said this isn't about whether the post office can deliver the mail or not. And he said that's going to be taken care of regardless. That's what Scalise said. And he said, this is, and I quote, this is about Nancy Pelosi trying to grab more money and leveraging and holding families hostage and businesses hostage during this pandemic. Wow. Let me know what you think of Scalise's comments. I'll actually let you watch his comments for yourself on Fox Business. This was an interview today on Fox Business. Let's roll the tape and see what Representative Scalise had to say about this.
The issue of the Postal Service, the president is making clear he's not trying to sabotage anything. He would authorize funding, but he's also worried about the coronavirus pandemic, the expiration of the extra benefits, and Americans getting that stimulus into their pockets. Now, it seems like Nancy Pelosi is willing to say the House should come back to work and vote on the post office, but no mention of the stimulus.
Yeah, interesting how the speaker has been trying to literally hold hostages for families and businesses and won't bring the House back in for that. But when it comes to this continued desire to get, and we're not talking about enough money to keep the post office running. Their revenues have actually been up since the pandemic. She's been trying to get about $75 billion. And keep in mind, their total budget is about that amount for the entire year. So she's been trying to make a money grab for a long time, well before COVID. She's just once again trying to take advantage of a crisis. The post office is delivering the mail. If every American voted by mail, it would represent maybe a 2% increase over what they did just in June of this year. So this isn't about whether or not the post office can deliver the mail. That's going to be taken care of regardless. It's about Nancy Pelosi just trying to grab more money and leveraging and holding families hostage and businesses hostage during this pandemic.
That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you learned something new, please click the like button below. Please comment and let me know if you agree with Representative Scalise's comments about the Postal Service and about the fact that they'll be able to handle all the work that they have to do this year with the November election coming up. Let me know what you think below. Also, please click subscribe. Please also enable notifications so you get instant updates from us going forward. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Chhoda. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video on our channel. I believe I live the American dream. I'm a symbol of American exceptionalism because no matter what, I believe in American exceptionalism. So thank you so much for watching. Please click like, please click subscribe, please enable notifications. If you want to get notifications from us, get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000, that's 70000, and you'll get added to our text message list and you can opt out at any time. You can also get added to our email list if you agree to a quick disclaimer, and then you can opt out of that at any time as well. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video at Ignition Time.